Welcome back. The Reserve Bank of India has announced two tranches of steps to provide liquidity to the financial sector and to help out banks and NBFCs. Of course, the reverse repo rate was also cut by 25 basis points last Friday, and that's made the actual operational rate, the minimum rate, to 3.75%. There is also, of course, the targeted LTROs announced. Is all this going to help the economy in any fashion, and how much? Pranjul Bhandari joins us. She's the Chief India Economist at HSBC. Pranjul, where has all these steps left us? At 3.75 and plenty of liquidity, will this ameliorate the situation at all?
Yeah, thank you, Lata. So, of course, these are great steps. I think even the first phase that we saw on 27th March and then from last week, I think together they are a very important package that we've seen from the central bank. I think everything that they've done helps, liquidity to NBFCs, incentivizing bank lending by reducing reverse repo, helping state finances temporarily by increasing WMA, and all the easing of regulatory norms, the standstill on NPA tagging, all of this helps. But I also want to add that I think this is just the phase two, and I think we will see more from here. And the reason why more is needed is because just the economic cost that we are staring at. I think I spoke last week in your channel that when we were through a full national lockdown from about 20th March to 20th April, then 65% of the economy was getting impacted, and the loss was about 5.4% of GVA we were losing every month. Right now, we've opened up partially. There is a lot of confusion, and I think there will be some to and fro. But I think once we settle down, then still 45% of the economy will get impacted. A little better from 65% being impacted, but still 45% will continue to be impacted, and we could continue to see a loss of about 4% of GVA, even when we have partially opened up. So while we are trying to flatten the economic cost curve, a pretty big cost curve still remains, and I think a lot more is needed at this point. Couple of reasons, specifically why and what. I think so far we've been focusing a lot on economic and financial distress. With a partial opening up, we'll also now need to focus on working capital. So we need to move our focus from economic distress to economic recovery. So RBI may have to announce more on that front. Then number two, we've been focusing mostly on conventional measures. Conventional measures uses banks as intermediaries. Even the LTRO1, LTRO2, banks are intermediaries. But at a time our entire banking system is so risk averse, we may need to look beyond banks. So we may need to start thinking about something more unconventional. Third, the market is still thinking about what's going to come in terms of OMOs. I think some clarity there is awaited. Fourth, even the TLTRO, the RBI governor said that this is the start. More could come, and they could even fine-tune it. And finally, him saying whatever it takes gave me a sense that he is reviewing, and more is likely to come. So all of this in my mind, I think more is likely to come over the next couple of months, and is necessary.
Okay. Well, actually, at the moment, the bond yields have opened at 6.23. That's the lowest in a long time since that March 27th rate cut. That's very positive. And here, it's not just the Reserve Bank's announcement, it's the very smart way in which they conducted the Friday auctions. Belief is that they have placed some bids themselves with some of the primary dealers for the auction. It counts as intervening in the primary purchase of government bonds, but they have neither confirmed nor denied it. So the market is extremely happy at perhaps that intervention. So we are at least seeing bond yields lower. Sonia.
Oh, yes, absolutely, Lata. Pranjul, I just wanted to ask, first of all, good morning and thanks for joining us. You did mention that there are some more steps that the Reserve Bank, the regulator and the government perhaps needs to take in order to, provide some more fiscal stimulus. But what else do you think is the need of the hour right now?
Yes, so thanks, Sonia. So look, one is continuing what you're already doing. Things like increasing the budget in healthcare, increasing your social welfare spend. I think much more will be needed given the kind of dislocation of labor that we've seen. But then finally start focusing on restarting activity and ensure that enough working capital will be available to everyone. So I think increasing the ways and means advances for the government was a good step, but I think we need some clarity on OMOs. The sooner it comes, the better. better. Second, for SMEs, small businesses, we're still awaiting something from the government, perhaps something like a partial loan guarantee, but something even simpler like paying SME dues. Still, there are a lot of unpaid SME dues. I think that will be very important. Third, thinking about larger corporates, perhaps that's where RBI can start thinking a little more unconventionally. Does it at some point want to start accepting corporate bonds in its last window? Fourth, even on the NBFCs, a lot was announced, which is very powerful last week. But you'll have to see if this works. Will banks really want to buy a small-sized NBFC paper, given the credit risk that is attached with it? So I think this is something that the RBI will have to figure out over time. And finally, even the banks may need a helping hand at some point in terms of bank recapitalization bonds. So these are the kind of steps in my mind that we could still see. In terms of the size of the fiscal stimulus, it's very hard to give a exact number, but some of our own estimates suggest that a fiscal stimulus of about 4% of GDP is something that may be needed at this point and could get funded without going into market borrowings.
Okay. Well, let's wait and see. That's a long list at a time when the taxpayer is also tired and is not going to pay too much of taxes. There's a huge gap between the ask and what money the government has, if it has any at all. And how much can the Reserve Bank print? How dangerous is that? I mean, these are larger questions. We'll push that for another day. Thank you very much, Pranjal Bhandari, for joining us. The markets at this moment are a little unruffled, finding their feet at 9,300. So it's still 1/3 up as far as the Nifty is concerned after all the rocky start, and a good 1.6 percentage points higher on the mid-cap index. 2 in the green for 1 in the red as we bring the curtains down on Bazaar. Thank you very much for the entire Bazaar team. Chartbusters coming up for you.